I don't believe in science. I just it's like I don't understand it, so it's easier not to believe in it. It's just it's a quick, they could be making stuff up, you know? I read that they said like cockroaches are like 350 million years old, and it's like, are they, or do you know? I don't know how to go figure that out, because that's what I think you're doing. I think you know that I wouldn't even have a clue to start to figure that out, or want to, so you're just throwing numbers out at me, and I just go, all right. I guess that's what they told y'all in school. Pluto's not a planet. It's not been a planet for a while. That's how long I've been out of science. Because once they did that, they're like, you can't just jam Pluto down my throat my whole life, and then right when I get out of school, you're like, we were just kidding about Pluto. That affected me, you know? Like, in elementary school, I got a C because I forgot to put Pluto. And turns out I should have got above an A. That's what I should have got. I should have probably been teaching the class because I nailed it years ago. I never believed in Pluto. So, said it's too far. I go, you guys will see. Yeah.
When the climbers got to the top of Mount Everest, 1953, the year I was born, they got up here on Mount Everest. They began to find something interesting. Petrified clams on top Mount Everest. In Peru, a couple years ago, they found giant oysters up to 11 feet across, 2 miles above sea level. That's a big oyster. You should see the pearl. And these clams are interesting. I've got some on the table down here. They're petrified clams in the closed position. Now think about it for a minute. When a clam dies, it opens. The muscle inside relaxes, the ligaments on the outside pull the shell open almost instantly. When a clam dies, it opens up. How would you get bazillions of petrified clams in the closed position on top of mountains all over the world?
We're all familiar with the story of Noah and the ark, and that the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. Scientists doubt that 40 days of rain would cause a worldwide flood that could, as the Bible says, cover all the high hills under the whole heaven. Yet, marine fossils are found on top of high mountain ranges like the Alps and the Himalayas. How could this be? Genesis gives us a clue. All the fountains of the great deep were broken up. Creation scientists think this refers to geological activity like tectonic subduction, where one of the Earth's tectonic plates slides under another, resulting in earthquakes and uplifting mountains where the plates crash together. Thus, the water didn't cover the mountains. The mountains rose up through the water, bringing marine fossils with it.
The geological layers of the Grand Canyon are remarkable in showing little or no evidence of erosion between different layers. Instead, we see pancake layering, very much consistent with the rapid deposition envisioned by the flood model. Excessive snowfall from the high country of the upper Colorado River Basin in late spring of 1983 caused excessive runoff that poured into Lake Powell at rates of up to 148,000 cubic feet per second. This rapid inflow threatened to overflow Glen Canyon Dam. To control the high flow rates, the power plant was run at full capacity, releasing 28,000 cubic feet per second through the turbines. Then the outlet tubes were opened to drain another 17,000 cubic feet per second. This was still not enough. The emergency situation required engineers to risk damage to the spillway tunnel. And on June 15, the 40-foot diameter left spillway tunnel was opened to drain an additional 13,000 cubic feet per second, which was then raised to 17,000 cubic feet per second. Then on June 28, the flow was increased to 32,000 cubic feet per second. At this point, the water exiting the tunnel became red, and noticeable ground vibrations, earthquakes, were felt by engineers. Large blocks of concrete and bedrock came hurling from the 40-foot diameter tunnel. After closing the spillway tunnel, the survey team discovered extensive cavitation damage. the 3-foot-thick steel-reinforced concrete lining of the tunnel was penetrated by huge pits. At an elbow where the tunnel levels out, a hole 32 feet deep, 150 feet long, and 40 feet wide was cut through the lining into red sandstone bedrock. This hole required 63,000 cubic feet of concrete to fill. The repair process to the enormous hole shows the vast extent of the damage. The speed of erosion in the Glen Canyon Dam spillway tunnel occurred very rapidly during the period when the red color of water appeared and ground vibrations were generated. It is possible that cavitation was pulverizing concrete, steel, and sandstone at the rate of 1,000 cubic feet per second during the peak period of erosion. The destructive effects of cavitation at Glen Canyon Dam tell us the Grand Canyon could have been eroded very quickly by the sudden release of a huge volume of water above the canyon.
Can you make it all right? Can depend on myself tonight. Can you make it hurt less? All I wanted was happiness. I have planned my escape. I am ready to exit now. The gods are always watching. They can hear us down here baffled. They sent me on a mission, but nobody hasn't listened. Everything is alright as long as you're here with me. Everything can be fine as long as you're there for me. All I want is one night to make this all up to you. The gods are always watching. They can hear us down here baffled. They sent me on a mission.
I want to be the President of the United States of America. Where we once were, we are no longer a Christian nation. We are no longer a Christian nation. Change has come to America.
A world in which there is the very real prospect of a new world order.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
But the burdens of global citizenship continue to bind us together.
The president is proposing to spend more than $3.5 billion.
The national debt is now over $11 billion.
Wants to create a conspiracy.
September 11th, collapse of Building 7.